come here for a minute.
What is it, Joey?
I guess you can't get over that fence, huh?
In this weather? No. This one is all yours.
Ray. So many names, it's hard to keep them straight. For a dead guy, let's make sure he's... Heather is... interesting.
Interesting.
Not a typical spook. She's not confused, not really lost. She seems quite happy, really.
This is a bad thing?
No, but she's either hiding something or... I don't know. We'll crack it, let's just keep doing what we do. So Peter gives personal training sessions, huh?
According to Michael, yeah.
Alright, I guess we're going back to the gym then. Peter Fielding, 58, passed away last night after suffering a fatal accident. Peter was a self-described health nut and personal trainer whose facility, Field's Gym, was well loved by many in the Murray Hill neighborhood. He will be missed.
You're kidding me.
I am not. You will find out for yourself one day.
Hey, good to see you guys again. Madeline here was just telling me the funniest story.
My host, please.
Right, sorry.
Father Michael?
Yeah?
Is there anything else you can tell us about Heather?
I just know she was a prostitute when...
Is there anything else? Do you know?
No.
Did Heather ever talk about Ray? Her, boss?
Sadly, no.
Okay.
Leah was part of the Grace group, right?
It was over 20 years ago, but yes. She was a secretary at the time, I think. She was childhood friends with George Austin, and she brought him to the meetings, hoping to help him out. Turns out it helped both of them. She quit her job and joined the police force. She said the Grace group helped her find her way. I suppose until now, it did.
Did you know Leah's daughter, Kendra?
My God, I heard what happened. Madeline told me that her soul passed on peacefully? That she's where she is supposed to be?
Yes, she's fine.
I see. You have my thanks for that.
Are you familiar with Emil Haskins, Leah's ex-husband?
Sadly, no. Leah and I lost touch years ago. I didn't know she had even married in the first place until recently. But I feel for him. Do you know, there's no word for a parent who loses a child. The prospect is so unthinkable, we can't even name it.
You knew George Austin, right?
Yeah, years ago. We went to the Grace... He was... God, you should have seen him. A total mess. He looked like a street bum. I don't think he'd showered in weeks. But that was George. He only put effort into the things he cared about. The Grace Group helped him find what that was.
I heard he became an art dealer.
Yeah, none of us could believe it. George, least of all. He always used to say that he would never have discovered his calling on his own, and he would have wasted his entire life not knowing. I used to feel the same way.
Is there anything...
No. Of all the people... I think George once... But George wasn't...
I guess we should...
God's...
Madeline?
Yes, Blackwell.
I've always wondered, just who are you?
Pardon?
Where'd you come from? Who you were before all this?
Tell me one thing. Have you ever asked your spirit guide the same question?
Yeah.
Has he ever given you a satisfactory answer? Precisely.
Joey told me about how you helped him out of the void.
We helped each other.
Well, even still, if you weren't there, well, I don't know what would have happened.
The hole in the universe caused by the severed link would have consumed you. Your mind would have collapsed under the pressure, leaving you a raving madwoman.
Right. Well, thanks.
My pleasure.
You once told me that you knew my Auntie Lauren.
After a fashion. While in the void, I could reach out to the mortal world in dreams. The minds of other bestowers were the most receptive.
Huh? If that's true, how come she never mentioned it?
Sadly, the memories of our meetings faded as she woke.
What did you talk about? You and Auntie, I mean.
You have to understand, she was dreaming while we conversed. Her mind wasn't entirely lucid.
So you can't tell me anything?
Nothing that would make any cognitive sense.
Do you know what happened to them? To Auntie? To my grandmother? They both went insane. They spent years sedated in a hospital. Do you know why?
I do not. I felt their minds when they went, but that is all I know.
I see. Do you think the same thing will happen to me? What happened to my aunt and grandmother, I mean?
I am sorry, I do not know. But I do believe your chances of safety are high.
You really think so? Why?
I told you. While I was in the void, I could sense their minds. I could sense yours as well. You are stronger than they were.
I'm stronger?
Not physically, or even mentally, but emotionally, yes. Your grandmother fled the duty. Your aunt performed it with only the greatest reluctance. But you have embraced it, thrived in it.
Well, it's what I do. So you don't know anything about this Grace group?
I'm afraid not. You know as much as I.
Is there anything else you can tell us about Michael?
Sadly, no. We have not...
Have you ever heard of Tanya Corsi?
I am ashamed to say that technology eludes me, so I'm afraid I do not know the name.
Michael said that a man named Benjiro ran the Grace group meetings.
My host has said as much to me, yes. Sadly, he does not remember much about him.
Do you really think Peter Fielding is in danger?
I can assume nothing less. Remember the totem I gave you. Use it as soon as he becomes aware.
We met Heather. She seems kinda happy.
Happy?
She doesn't seem to be lost or looking for anything. She's just there.
Do you think all lost spirits are unhappy? If you are satisfied with your life, and it gives you pleasure, would you want to leave it? Tell an unhappy spirit that it can move to a better place, and they will jump at the opportunity. It is the satisfied and comfortable spirits that are the most difficult to convince.
It almost doesn't seem fair. Do you know anyone named Jim Peebles?
Apologies, I do not.
Do you know anyone named Ray?
Apologies, I do not.
I guess we should get going.
Of course. Keep us informed of your progress.
I can't touch the thing. Looks like that picture frame fell off the wall. I'm not just... A calendar with a... Hey, anyone in here? Anyone? Please? Well, that was disappointing.
Such a perv, Joey.
Hey, Peter?
Hey man, what can I do for you?
So, you run this place with your old man, huh?
Sort of. He built it when...
So I'm told that you give personal training sessions.
Yeah, you interested?
I sure am.
Well, I don't have the time right now, but I can probably pencil you in. Just gotta check the schedule outside. How about next Tuesday, say 11 a.m.?
Sure, I think I can swing that.
Great. Here's my number in case you need to reschedule. You got a phone?
Ah, no, well, I'll just remember it.
Okay. 646-555-0425.
Thanks.
Great. See you then. And by the way, when you come to our session, don't wear a suit.
Come here for a minute.
Yes?
Why'd you mark down Peter's phone number? It's not like you can call him.
You never know, Joey. We don't exactly have a lot of clues here.
Can't deny that.
Hey, this is Peter. You know what to do.
Officer Palmer?
Yeah. What can I do for you?
So?
Do you know anything about
What?
someone named Ray? I don't know who he is, but I think he's involved with prostitution.
Prostitution? Is this related to Leah's case?
I don't know. It could be.
This just gets better and better. Anyway, Ray, let's take a look. Okay, the name Ray definitely comes up in the Vice Department database. There was a raid on a bar called Vantini a few years ago, and someone named Ray was taken in for questioning. No charges were made.
Just Ray, no last name.
No. Whoever Ray is, that's his full legal name. Anyway, here's the address of the bar if you need it.
Thanks.
Sure.
Well, I'd better
What's the matter,
go.
kitty cat?
Thanks for the help.
Sure.
There's a girl.
I can't see much, but it seems much warmer in there than it is out here. The gate is locked.
Will you look at this, Denise? Someone brave enough to join us in this weather. Well, brave or stupid anyway.
Right.
She looks familiar.
They've got a pretty varied selection,
Mais
although
oui.
I wouldn't really know. My criteria for picking out wine is has pretty label and under $20. She looks kind of young to be working at a place like this. She must really like this place to be here in this weather. Whoever this was, he signed it, "Thanks for the tie, with love, A.G."
Abe Goldfarb.
It's a painting of a woman dancing. It's dedicated to someone named Mistress B. Looks like some kind of promotional poster for a burlesque act. Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm looking for Ray. Do you know where I can find him?
Ray, huh? And why would you be looking for Ray?
I need to talk to him. I can't go into specifics, but it involves a woman who worked for him.
Worked for him, hmm? In what capacity?
She was a working girl, Heather Goffstein. She worked for Ray, and now she's dead.
I see. Worked is the appropriate word, I suppose. Heather left my employ a long time ago.
Your employee?
Yes. You want to speak to Ray? She's right in front of you. The former Rachel Mendez at your service.
Oh, okay. I guess she's not the chief of police then.
So you work here?
Not directly, but I suppose I'm as much a fixture here as anything else.
So Heather worked for you. Can you tell me about her?
It's been, gosh, several years. I'm afraid I can't tell you much. She was very young. Very pretty. Slightly lost, perhaps, like many of my girls. She's really dead? How did it happen?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Is this a police matter?
Not directly. I'm working with them, but I'm pretty much on my own.
Well, in that case, ask me whatever you like.
You said Heather left your employ. Could you explain?
Just that. She packed up and left.
And you were okay with that?
You think I would drag her back against her will? Absolutely not. And what would be the point? I replaced her the next week. It's the nature of this business. Some girls try the life, discover it's not for them, and then leave. Some stay for years and it grinds them alive. But occasionally, with luck and persistence, one can flourish. Like I did.
Hey, sweetie pie.
Did Heather have any enemies, an obsessive client, or anything?
I suppose anything is possible, but not likely. I screen our clients very carefully, and I keep very careful records.
How does this business work exactly?
There's no bedroom upstairs, if that's what you are asking. I own several apartments in the city. I give the girls room and board in exchange for the money they receive. Some of them skim, hell, all of them skim, but I make sure to treat them well. They treat me well in return.
If you kept careful records, does that mean you have a list of Heather's clients somewhere?
No. I'm sorry, but no.
Zozo!
Don't you want to know what happened to Heather?
Zozo!
That client list could help.
You have no reason to suspect one of her clients had anything to do with it. You can't even tell me how she died. I won't betray my client's trust based on a flimsy guess.
I really need that client list.
Absolutely not. I give a premium product, and our clients expect premium service. Privacy is part of that service. That client list stays in my office where it belongs.
Well, I guess that's it.
Sorry, for what it's worth. I liked Heather. I'm sad she's dead. I suppose a drink to her memory is in order. Care to join me?
Thanks, but no.
More for me then. Denise! 1 gimlet, please. You know how I like it.
Hi.
Hey, what can I get for you?
So what can you tell me about this place?
It's old, quiet. I like it that way.
Really?
Yeah, I work on my thesis most nights. Honestly, I'm surprised a big place like this can stay open. It's always empty.
So that woman is Ray?
Yeah, she likes to keep a low profile.
Really?
Zoe, what?
She told me her name quickly enough.
Well, I've made her a lot of gimlets tonight.
Do you know about Ray's, business?
Look, I just work the bar. I don't ask questions. And I shouldn't answer them either. Sorry.
Do you know Heather Goffstein? She was one of Ray's, employees.
I don't know her. Sorry.
I better not drink. I need to keep a clear head.
How about a coffee or something?
No thanks, I already have one.
I see.
Well, thanks. I better get going. It's an emergency
What,
exit.
so? I'm not gonna play right now.
Looks like the kind of place where old men would read newspapers. If people still read newspapers anyway. A painting of a woman in Victorian dress. Some vintage posters of a German crooner. Looks to be 50 years old. Some vintage posters. I'm not here to relax. Looks comfortable. Shame I'm not here for fun. Ugh, no. I've been walking nonstop for 2 straight nights in the snow. I don't want to see how I look.
My knowledge of wines went out of date when I did.
What are you doing, Zoe?
Ray got herself a martini. One of the many she's had this evening, I'm sure. So that's Ray, huh? Interesting lady. No reaction. But, to be fair, she's so drunk she probably wouldn't react to the building falling down. A young woman tending the bar. She doesn't look happy to be there.
Damn it. Why can't they fix the drafts in this crappy place?
Some hack actor. Nice tie, though. I don't know who that woman is, but it's dedicated to someone named Mistress B. It's a bunch of hearts. Can't really say anything else about it. You think they used enough pink up here? Doesn't look like anyone sat there for a long time. She looks kind of old-fashioned, even by my standards. No idea who that guy is. Is this a gin joint or a living room? All I'll see is a whole load of nothing. Doesn't look like anyone sat... Trash dumpster covered in ice. I'm not phasing through a dumpster to look at garbage. I might be dead, but I do have some standards. It's a rag sticking out of a dumpster. I'm not just... That door has got to lead back to the street. Fire escape ladder. There's a reason why I keep my hands in my pockets. There's less disappointment that way. We don't have time to explore this place floor by floor. I don't think she can get out here.
You can't go out that way. Sorry.
Oh, right. Sorry. Hi, Ray?
Rosangela, was it? How goes it?
I could bring in the police.
I'd like to see you try. Every few years they try and raid this place, make a show of getting tough, but nothing sticks. I make sure of that.
Well,
Best of...
better not. It's Ray's martini glass. Hi.
Hey.
Well, not while I'm on...
Zoe, you're fine. Oh, Fantini bar.
Excuse me, Heather?
Oh, hi. What's up?
So, tell me about this
Ray is really exclusive.
So
Do you know a guy named Peter Fielding? Runs a gym in Murray Hill.
I can't really say. I could get it.
So,
Can we not? Let's just.
sure. I have it on good...
I told you.
Well,
Sure.
she needs to be...
Officer Palmer,
Yeah,
so you don't know.
nope.
Could you look up another phone number for me?
I suppose I can, within reason.
I'm trying to track down someone who Leah knew. The number is 646-555-0425.
Alright, give me a second. That phone is registered to a unit in Murray Hill. Here's the address.
Sweet.
Well, I'd better go.
Sure.
Hi, sweetie pie.
Coming. Yeah.
Who are you?
Who's asking?
I'm looking into Peter Fielding's death. Did you know him?
Look, I'm done talking about Peter. I've got my own problems. Just leave me alone.
Why is nobody ever happy to see me?
Dunno. It can't be your copious amount of social grace.
Coming. You again? What is it this time?
This is Peter Fielding's apartment. Why are you living here?
Because I do? Now, please leave.
Charming woman. Like a hedgehog, but without the winning personality.
Coming. You again? What is it this time?
I'm working with the police,
And?
and I need to ask you a few things.
I've already told the cops everything. I wasn't there. Just leave me alone. Coming. You again? What is it?
We really need to talk. It's very important.
Well, I really need to get to watching this movie. We all have stuff to do. Coming. You again? What is it this time?
I'm a friend of Peter's.
So?
So I was hoping we could talk about him.
Funny. I was hoping to be left alone tonight. Guess who wins?
Damn.
It's a painting of a young woman. No idea who she is. I can't smell them, but even I can tell those flowers are fake. A painting of a country home, some kind of farm maybe? Looks quaint, in any case. Yuck, who knows how long that's been lying around. No good. The rug's too thick. She looks like she stopped caring about anything years ago.
Gee, that sounds like me.
She shivered a bit, but no other reaction. After seeing the state of this joint, Red's place doesn't seem so bad. I'm not... No good.
As your probation officer, I am bound to report your absence from my meetings to the proper authorities. I understand your desire to get your head together after the events of the Carth House, but I'm afraid I must follow a formal process. Your next appointment is January 10th, 2014. If you attend this and every subsequent meeting promptly and in a proper spirit, I can have your absence from the previous appointments excused. Oh wait, what was her name?
I can't.
Oh, it doesn't say. Of course not.